This week's topic is to help you heal, let others do what they want. Now,
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Light, Hope, and Healing. This week's topic is to help you heal, let others do what they want. Now, it's a little combobulated. I just didn't know how to word it better. So to help you heal, you want to let others be where they're at or do what they're going to do. Now, what does that mean, right? So have you ever felt like really stressed and frustrated because you have a family member that's going to either do something that you don't agree with, or you know for a fact it's not going to be good for them? And then you get all worked up about it, and then you say something to them about it, and like, really, you really need to do this. And I'll give you an example in just a little bit. But you really need to do this. It's going to be a better thing for you to do. Or do you see somebody is doing something like, I don't know, giving money away to somebody, and you don't think that's the right thing to do? They don't deserve the money, or they're just taking advantage of that person. And you get worked up and feel really crappy about it, right? So here's the thing, and we've discussed this all the time. When you are on your healing journey, it's about taking a step back and seeing what is it that's really getting you worked up. Why are you getting upset at these things, right? Everybody has their own soul journey. So when you're stepping in and wanting to stop somebody from doing something, you could be interfering with their soul journey, their plan that they've set up for themselves, okay? It's going to hurt you and them, right? First of all, you're going to upset them. You're going to make them angry because you're trying to tell them what they're doing is wrong. Now, if you're asked advice, or if they're truly, truly in danger, then gently maybe give a suggestion, but don't make it black or white. You need to do this or that, okay? And then if you make that suggestion, then let it go. The other thing is, maybe they're going to ask you advice. Tell them that they need to do what they really feel they need to do, what's in their intuition best interest, okay? So I have an example of this. I have a son who went to barber school, and before he went to barber school, he was working at a salon. And I mean, it was a really great situation for him. You know, he was able to work there, make some money, and go to school. Well, he ended up, and he was always going to go back and work at this salon after he graduated. So he ended up working at the salon after he graduated, but he just never felt quite right. And I remember when he was telling me, he's like, I'm going to go work at a barbershop. And I was like, oh, this is such a better thing for you. It's a way better place for you to be, and blah, blah, blah. So I never really said don't do it, but I was like, are you sure you want to do it? Like, and inside I felt like, oh, this is the wrong thing for him to do. So he ended up leaving and going to a barbershop. And let me tell you, that was the best thing he ever did for himself, because that's where he was more comfortable working. That's what he really wanted to do. He wanted to be in a barbershop and work with that type of clientele, not necessarily a salon, right? And both places were great places to work, but this was a better fit for him. And see, I didn't really want him to. It scared me for him because I thought it was just such a perfect situation for him, and it wasn't. In the end, it wasn't a great situation for him. Now, a salon would be a great situation for me to work, right? But it wasn't for him. So do you see what I'm saying? You've got to take a step back when you feel like you know what's the right thing for somebody else. Whether it's your kids, another family member, your parents, you need to take a step back. Now, here's the thing I want you to also look at. They could make a mistake. Him leaving could have been a mistake for him. It wasn't. It was the best thing that ever happened to him, but it could have been. But here's the thing, if you don't allow people to make mistakes, they won't learn from them, right? If you don't let them do stuff and it fail or not be the right thing, they won't learn from it and they'll do it again in the future. In order to grow and in order to really know what's meant for us, we have to try things and make mistakes. And you can't look at that as a mistake. I don't even like calling it a mistake. You have to try things though to see what is the right fit for you. How would he really have known if the barbershop was better for him, even when he was drawn to it? If he didn't try it, he would never know. And if he never did it, in the back of his mind, he'd always wonder, was that a better thing for me to do? We don't know what is the best for everybody else. We know what's best for ourselves. So you have to remember that when you're thinking of, oh, they're making a mistake there. Don't try to help them out to make the right decision. Well, that would have been your right decision. That is not necessarily their right decision. Okay. So the reason I'm talking about this, because we always talk about healing and getting into the best possible place. If you're getting so worked up about what others are doing, that's affecting your health. And I do it. We do it with our kids specifically. Our children, we're like, we want the best for them. We want them to be on the right track. And we always go back into that parent mode. But remember, you've got to let them go and make their own choices and do their own things. When you're getting worked up about like leaving the salon and going to the barbershop and worrying about that, it's affecting your health. And so that's why you've got to learn to let go and understand that everything is for a reason. Even if it was the wrong thing for him to do, it still was happening for a reason. And nothing is I don't even want to say it was the wrong thing it would have been the wrong thing to do. Because first of all, it wasn't. But even if it was perceived as the wrong thing to do, it wasn't. It was part of the plan. We have to try things and do things and see what feels right. And the more we do that, the more we try things that we're guided to do, then the more we can trust our inner guidance. And you want to help others do that. Okay? But again, we're looking at things that bring you back into more peace. And when you're getting worked up and you're upset about what others are doing because you don't agree with it, that's affecting your health. And if you step in and say things that's going to affect your relationship with them, and you don't want to do that, you want to learn to take a step back and let them do and make the choices that they need to do and not step in, not get worried about them making a mistake or the wrong step. There's never a wrong step because either way it was the right one or they're going to learn from it. You have to remember that. And for yourself, like if you're worried about doing something and you're drawn to it, do it. You won't know until you do it. You have to take those steps. You won't know what is the best thing for you until you start to learn to trust your intuition. And in order to trust your intuition, you've got to try doing those things, making those decisions, making those choices, okay? So try to start practicing that part where you want to like tell people what they need to do and stop telling people what they need to do. Now, if it's a really dangerous situation, gently tell them. But then also you've got to take a step back because it's their soul plan that they need to follow. Okay? So that's what I've got for today. If you enjoyed this video and you want more, I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel and also on the podcast. Also, I have in the links in this description below, I have where you can sign up for a free healing meditation. So click on that and then all the ways to contact me are in the link. in the description below. So thank you so much for being here. Now go do something you love. Every day do something you love, lifts you up, brings you joy. Do at least one thing every day. Sing, dance, run around the yard, paint, whatever it is, do at least one every day. And then every day do at least one self-care. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one thing every day for self-care. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and everyone. And when something stands out to you and somebody, say it to them. Lift them up and lift you up. And then finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. So that's what I've got for today. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.